Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the channel, where today I'm over at Carl's Jr. to take a look at their latest limited time only promo, which is actually the return of an item that hasn't been seen in over 9+ years. That's right, guys, more on that in just a second, but first I gotta give you the first close-up. Feast your eyes on it. Here we go with the Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger here at Carl's, and as you can see, this thing is a cheesy mess, and I'm so glad I've got a little burger diaper in the back holding this one together. It's looking pretty nice, pretty gooey. Let's break this one on down for you real fast. That's right, this one's a little deceiving considering the look of it, guys. It's hiding a lot of cheesy goodness underneath this toasted potato bun. So let's pop it and take a look underneath, and what you're gonna see is plenty of the good stuff. It looks like what we've got here is some sliced ribeye steak, fire roasted onions and peppers, melted American cheese. As you can see, it is all throughout here. And naturally, that's all sitting on top of one of the main stars of the show, the 3rd pound 100% Angus beef patty. And as you can see, it fills out this bun pretty nicely, guys. A nice little combo of meat on meat with some onions and cheese. Gotta say, this is looking pretty appetizing. Underneath it, it looks like we have a little bit of mayo just to round this one out. But guys, again, this one is very much front-loaded on the top with all that goodness. And again, a cheese fest galore. Definitely looking pretty nice along with those fire-roasted onions and peppers. So let's not waste any more time on this one. Let's get into it. This is the quote-unquote new Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger here at Carl's Jr. Let's peep out this flavor. Yes, sir, all the cheesy goodness on this one is hiding all of that steak along with those peppers right inside there, guys. It's looking very nice and definitely cheesy. Again, very, very lovely in the presentation department. But again, this is technically a returning item because you know what? When I heard this was coming out a couple of weeks ago, I was looking at my catalog on the channel and I noticed I actually did a Philly cheesesteak cheeseburger way back in the day, actually 4 months after I started my channel, December 30th actually, 2013, guys. So it's just under 10 years, I guess, if you consider towards the end of this year would be 10 years fully. But again, it really is the return of what that really was with a bigger beef patty, if what I'm thinking over here. Looking pretty tasty, so naturally, I most definitely wanted to give this one a shot because it's been that long since I've had this burger. So again, very, very cheesy, guys. This is looking really good. I'm gonna keep showing it to you throughout the review. They definitely did not skimp on the amount of cheese on this one. So I guess this will be considered wit, right? Wit or without? Something like that. Anyway, drop it down below in the comments if I'm even ordering this correctly. Let me get the Philly Cheesesteak Angus Thick Burger wit, I guess, right? Here we go. Let's peep this out. Enough chit chat. Let's do it. Oh, so much cheese. That's pretty banging. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the cheesesteak vibe with this one, guys. A lot of creamy American cheese on the inside of this one, and it tastes pretty amazing with those onions, a little bit of that ribeye action in the middle right there, and of course the 100% Angus beef patty, guys. A lovely situation. The potato bun, I'm not really tasting anything with that because of the overabundance of cheese flavor with this. So guys, this really is a very heavily done cheeseburger, I have to say, and it really works pretty nicely so far. And truth be told, this was kind of the perfect segue to go into this particular item after the recent Tots reviews that I did over at Domino's, the loaded Tots that they have over there. I saved the Philly cheesesteak variant of that for last because I knew this one was going to be coming up right after. So the segue into the Philly cheesesteak action in burger form from Tots, a lovely combination, and I gotta say, I am totally digging that. The flavor is pretty nice on this one. Let's go for a few more bites, guys. Pretty good. Oh yeah. You know, the mayo on the bottom doesn't really even need to be there because you can't taste it at all. There's such an abundance of cheesy flavor along with the onions and naturally the beef. I gotta say, guys, very satisfying overall. Even though if the burger itself is a little smashed down considering the picture, this is very flavorful for what it is. Definitely digging this. And again, very, very cheesy. Did I mention that enough for you so far, guys? It really is satisfying that regard. So cheesesteak is absolutely warranted for the name of this one because it's doing that very well. The combination of that steak works very nicely along with the onions and the cheese. And I gotta say, considering again, this is just under 10 years old, I guess apparently the returning a version of this anyway with a thicker beef patty. I didn't see my original review when I actually knew I was gonna be doing this one, but I'll be curious to go back to see what I thought of it then, because what I'm liking about this one right now is the combination of the meat on meat works extremely well with all that cheese. So of course you know I'm digging this one, right? And hey, I'm a cheese lover like I always say, so how bad could this really be? It's meat and cheese with a couple of crunchies with the veggies, and of course that soft potato bun, which is definitely soft. I'm not really getting any real flavor from that or the mayo, because it's a flavor showcase with all the main ingredients. And I'm cool with that because I'm definitely digging it. So let's go for one more bite. We'll wrap the review with the rating coming up next. But a return to form over here at Carl's Jr. Why did they wait almost 10 years to bring this back? You know what? I'm glad that it's here regardless. I'm glad it's on a thicker piece of beef. Banging situation. Let's go for one more bite and we'll wrap this one up. Hang on. All right, let's go around the world with this one. I'm gonna live dangerously and take that burger diaper off as you're seeing here. This one is definitely naked in the back, and you can see why you need it because there is tons of cheese on this. It is melted pretty beautifully. And again, the combination of that meat on meat action is definitely a lovely situation, guys. This is definitely something worth checking out, but there's one thing about it that definitely needs to be addressed, and I'm about to get into that right now. But still, the flavor is delivering on this one. So with that said, I'm gonna have to give the quote-unquote new Philly cheesesteak Angus thick burger here at Carl's Jr. just a pretty okay 7.7 out of 10. And guys, the reason why I'm going a little bit lower than normal with this one is the price point. This burger was a little over $11. And here on the West Coast, I know the prices are a little bit higher, but once you get to the double digits, that's a no bueno. If you're gonna charge that much for this burger, it needs to be a double by default. And let's just be honest, the price point itself is going to be a little prohibitive for some people to give this one a go. It really needs to be priced just down a little bit there, Carl's. I think that's just a little too much to ask for this. But the flavor does deliver, and that's really the conflict with this particular one because it's definitely a high entry point to give it a go, but once you get to it, the quality is pretty crazy on that one. Like I said, there was plenty of cheese, plenty of shredded ribeye on the top of that one, and of course the Angus beef patty with the onions. Overall, it's a nice package. It's just crazy expensive. Carl's, what are you doing here? Alright, so do me a quick favor like always. Drop some comments down below. What are your thoughts on this particular burger? Does it look like it's worth over $11 for you? And regardless of the price point, are you still going to be giving this one a shot considering what it is? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Hey, thanks for checking out this review, guys. But just in case you didn't see the one I did before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.